Welcome to Granny Shift, and I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is minute 14 of Fast and Furious. And I think you were right.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. Did it end? It appears like it might have ended.
I feel like one guy on his back and another guy on top of him.
Oh, this might just be the beginning.
With a gun pointed at his face.
Running. So, yeah, okay.
The running portion of their experience is over.
I didn't say this last minute, but I was thinking, like, why didn't Brian pull a gun out? And then I'm like, well, maybe he doesn't want to be that aggressive or he doesn't have one. Because I'm like, now there's people all around. So now they can't pull a gun out. Well, what do you know? Mr. Tank Top pulls a gun on Brian. Did he shoot it?
Did he get it from the other guy? Or did he have it the whole time?
Oh, yeah, play this here.
So he runs into like a security guard or a police officer.
Yeah.
And I think that's who he gets the gun from.
He took the gun from that guy. It's a pretty ugly gun.
Yeah. And is that like it's like a revolver or something?
It has like a barrel on the top, right?
Right.
Pretty ugly. Looks like what a security guard might have in
downtown Los Angeles.
That's right. Why would he have? Anyway.
I forgot to tell you.
No. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to talk about our podcast.
Oh, no. So this whiskey, you reminded me, I meant to talk about last minute, but a friend of ours, we were at their house, and did I tell you this already? He had smoked whiskey.
I don't know yet.
Where he poured, like he has a smoker. Okay. And he poured a bottle of whiskey, or a lot of whiskey, out onto a tray, like a cookie sheet.
Okay. With edges.
Right.
And he put it in his smoker.
And put it in his smoker. And then poured it back in the bottle. And he's like, do you want to try some? And he had like this much left in his bottle. Like as much as you have in your cup. and I was like, sure, I'll try some. And so he poured me like a tiny, tiny bit. And he's like, smell it. You can smell the smoke. And I smelled it. I couldn't really smell the smoke. And like usually when something's like smoke flavored, especially when it comes to like alcohol or a drink, it's like barely there.
Right.
I took a sip of this. All I tasted was smoke. I mean, it was good. It was different. Like I know some people really like the taste of smoke.
That's why I didn't give you too much.
What's that? Right. Well, I think he just didn't give me too much because he was almost out.
Yeah.
But
boy, I wonder, like wouldn't that just evaporate the alcohol out of your? Unless you kept the temp real low, I guess.
Yeah, I think you probably. I don't know that you have to have a temperature at all. You just cold smoke it, like cheese.
Well, how do you get that? Oh, if you have like a legit smoker, like my smoker couldn't do that. My smoker's like a oven, like the heating elements in the compartment with it. So the thing that's actually smoldering the wood is heating up the area. Like a cold smoker, you have two different chambers. You can have the one chamber completely cold and still have the smoke go in it.
We do cold smoke in our grill. We have a smoker tube that you fill with pellets, and you just light that. So that'll create some heat, but you don't have that.
But it's
underneath of what?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But the grill's not on, and that's how Mel will make cheese, and so smoked cheese.
Yeah. But that is almost like a 2-compartment thing too.
Right.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yes. It was okay.
Should we make some? You should smoke some on your grill. Cold smoke it with the tube.
No, I don't want a whole bottle of smoked.
We don't need that. Whiskey. I'm gonna get these little
individual smokers.
Yeah.
It's like where the making of the drink is like part of the experience.
Right. We're gonna get like some cheap vodka and do it. Right. Like
I think you're supposed to smoke whiskey.
Yeah. All you taste is the smoke at that point.
It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes. Then Brian pulls out his gun.
Right, where now there's tons of people around. I'm like, this is a bad idea.
As soon as the guy runs away.
Yeah, and now the guy runs into a building. Oh, there was a NOS energy drink.
Like vending machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know NOS energy.
They probably just put that in there. Product placement, Fast and Furious.
Yeah, but when did they become a company? What year did this movie come out?
2009. NOS was around before then, right? Like the energy drink.
Yeah.
Is it the same company?
2005. Fuse Beverage launched the company. Yeah. No, as nitrous bottles? No.
Okay.
No,
What's
they
got the
just,
same label?
I think
Like the
is
N.
NOS a label? I thought that was just the classic bottle. No, you're right. That was a company.
Like NOS is a brand.
Interesting. How do they use that label? Yeah,
Marketing
NOS is
rights.
a brand of nitrous.
They're like, you get 2 cents for every bottle we sell.
Wow.
All right.
Doing
So
pretty good.
Brian enters the building. Gun
It's
in
like
front of him.
a shabby apartment building.
Yeah.
And the guy's running, and now there's like halls and stairs, and he happens to see the guy run down a hall. So he takes off. Well, Paul's like kind of walking along.
Right.
The guy
Being
sprints
stealthy.
down the hall, runs into some lady's room, and she's like scared.
Well, she's like just about to either go in or come out of her place.
Yeah, what's in her hand?
Her keys. Like she was
Oh.
just about to put her keys in the door. I'm guessing to either she just unlocked it or she was just about to lock it.
Either way, she either is leaving or she wasn't in her room, and she has her window wide open with no screen, and there's a platform right outside that connects to all the other rooms. So it's pretty not smart to do. But it's
Right.
convenient for this guy because now he jumps through the window out onto a roof, and now he doesn't know where to go. He's been like doing parkour this whole time.
Yeah. I can already see a way out of this. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you can jump down here. He could probably scale up
Look,
onto this other
you
side
got
and
a
go back down this way.
A spouting there you could climb down.
Yeah, he could jump right down here. I mean, he's already gone further than that.
But he feels stuck.
Yeah.
Well, we know it. He ends up, at the end of this minute, he could jump. So he sees the window he came through, and he's like, oh, the guy chasing me is going to come out this window.
Mm-hmm.
So he just points his gun at the window.
And as soon as Brian comes through, they do
Boom,
a really good job.
That's how they took Brian out of the franchise.
I thought they did a really good job of misleading the audience here.
Yeah. So
Like, they did do a little swing around here. Like, there's the window. Looks like Brian's looking at the window, but then they swing here, and you can see the window there.
Yeah, so there's
But
a
they
window.
don't stop and focus on it.
There's a window next to him.
Right.
And he's standing next to a window, but the window he came through is in front of him, and he's pointing the gun at it. You're right, it is a revolver. And Brian goes, it looks like he's going to come through the window and get shot by the guy, but he's actually coming through the closed window right next to the guy.
Yep.
Dives head first. Man.
And where does that lady go to file a, window replacement?
She calls her landlord.
Like, my window was broken by a man chasing another man,
With
both
a gun
holding guns.
in a suit.
I don't
And
know if they were law enforcement.
She completely trusted Paul. Like,
Because he went like this.
Yeah. He's like, oh.
He
And
could
she's
have
like, okay.
been an assassin chasing an assassin. Like,
Right.
that happens all the time in downtown LA.
What?
I was there.
Yeah. I was once too.
Did you go to America's Funniest Home Videos too?
No.
Oh.
I should have.
You could submit part of those videos that you took there. Might get you on.
Oh. Yeah. So next subject. No. How do you feel about diving headfirst through a closed window? Like, you realize the middle of that window has two wooden bars. Whatever. Like the frame.
Right.
The center of that window has a wooden frame that's like pretty beefy. And you're gonna dive headfirst and just bust through all that wood.
It was
Let's see. Click.
It's like one of those things where like you have to aim for the other side so that you don't. If like you aim for the glass, you're gonna hit it and bounce off. You know,
Is
people,
that
like when they're like
karate chopping? You
like
gotta
a piece of wood,
cut
you're
through
aiming
it.
for underneath of the wood. Yeah, you're not aiming.
That's
to
what they
hit
say.
The wood. You're going for something underneath the wood.
You trick physics
Right. Right.
and strength and materials. All right, so look. Okay, so there's no center of the window there.
Yeah, he's jumping like the window is
He does
open.
break the
he
windows.
is jumping through two windows. Like, see,
Yeah, he went
here's
through the
one
top part,
window and here's the second window. He's jumping through
Yeah.
two,
but
maybe
not
single
through the
panes of glass.
frame part. He's going through the cross pieces in it.
Yeah,
They're thinner.
through the glass.
And the glass. But as he jumps through head first, that's a different guy.
Yeah, that is not the same guy. I was
Whoa.
just about to say that.
They grab him. The guy fires his gun, and we
You
have
think this is
two
Paul? This
stunt
looks a little
doubles
beefy
here.
To be Paul.
Yeah, we have two stunt doubles. That's so funny. Can we get more stunt? Yeah. They got Paul's hair right.
Yeah, but that's not the same guy.
Now we get a nip slip here,
Oh, nice.
and Paul takes him off of the building, and he lands on a car down below, crushing that Toyota Previa.
That's not a Previa. It's like a wagon, like an escort wagon.
You think?
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
And Paul's fine because he landed on top of a guy who landed on
That's
top
how
of
it
a
works.
car.
Yeah. That's how it
And
works.
the guy yells, "I don't know crap."
Right.
And that was the end of the minute. He's got a thin stash there, a
Yeah.
little blood on his head. And I guess he's alive because he's talking. Is this thing a convertible? The guy's inside the car. They landed on the roof, and the guy his head is against the dash in between the steering wheel.
They busted the whole way through the roof.
You're right, it is a Ford, but they have the emblem pulled off the
Oh, really?
steering wheel. That's so funny. We caught the stunt double. You sure?
It might be a Taurus wagon.
Yeah.
There's my phone. I think it's a Taurus wagon.
It's ugly.
It definitely,
They
and it's like
Rush
yellow.
that ceiling.
Yeah, he
Ceiling,
must go the whole way
roof.
through.
Yeah, he went through the roof. Now his head's against the steering wheel.
Yeah.
And Ryan pointed out, this guy has fantastic
He
teeth.
got great teeth.
Perfect.
Yeah.
A perfect wide smile. White teeth. That's how you know he's an actor.
Right.
Not a real gangster.
Right. Because he would have one capped in gold.
Yeah. And like falling out and stuff.
Yeah, maybe more like that. You ever be like, hey, we're going to take down this liquor store later today. And the guy's like, I got a dentist appointment, man. Sorry, I can't make it this time. I got to get these things nice.
My pearly whites.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
But, yeah, that's it for minute 14. Brian
it.
got his guy. We don't know why, but
Yeah.
ends in a very intimate scene.
Now they're talking it out.
Yes. Aggressive negotiations.
He just shot at Brian, and you're going to have to deal with the whole movie of me calling Brian O'Connor by his real name.
I think that's what we did the first two movies. So
I feel like that happens now that he's dead, though. You kind of recognize him as a person, like the person he is in real life. Like, this is how we know him.
Who's the bald guy in Fast and Furious?
Vin Diesel.
But, like, when you see him, do you go, oh, Dominic Toretto? Or do you go, oh, Vin Diesel?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm prone to saying Vin instead of Dom.
Yeah. So it's not because he died. You're saying it's because they're so popular
Maybe.
and connected to
But
the movie.
I also struggle to remember that his name was Brian and not call him Paul.
Well, and he had another name in the
But
first
like
movie,
Letty,
right?
I would never be like, oh, here's Michelle Rodriguez. You know, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, I forgot that little part of a story I was telling you earlier.
Okay.
When T-Pain, his car was borrowed by George's Automotive for that TV show called Getaway Car. Letty was the host of that TV show.
Oh, really?
And then that guy wrecked T-Pain's car on it. But yeah,
Did the
Letty
show, like-
hosted the show.
Was it canceled or did it like?
It aired. It was on like Discovery.
Oh, okay.
And it looked like basically you have a car and you have this like area of roads and you have to get through and out and exit on the other side without the cop car stopping you. And so they have to try to wreck you. Like, who would sign up for that with somebody else's car? Like, come on.
T-Pain's got lots of money though.
He does, but that I think was the mentality of this guy.
Right.
And T-Pain was like, literally by the end, T-Pain was like, give me my car back, done, and I'll pay the payroll of all your guys for the rest of the month. He's like, I don't care, I just want my car back.
Right.
So, he got his car back.
Yeah. The value was the item, not like.
Yeah, he
Like,
just
he just
wanted his
wanted-
car fixed.
Right. And the guy kept screwing him over.
Right. No, it's a crazy story. You guys, check out T-Pain's story on TikTok about this. Because he, at some point, like, the guy was his friend. So, like, halfway through this, his second drift car's backup, which he built because it was taking so long to get the first one done, it needed an alignment. So he had him do an alignment. And when he came back, it was overheating, had all these problems. And then he's like, yeah, it'll be $5,000 to fix all this stuff.
What in the world?
Yeah, and then he couldn't get that car back. He couldn't get him to finish that car. And he took one of T-Pain's Ferraris to fix like a door latch issue. And he said he had two different car shops call him like owner's like, hey, does George have your Ferrari right now? And he's like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, he's just like ripping it up and down the street, doing burnouts and redlining it and stuff. Anyway, good story. It's like literally 2 hours long on TikTok. You got to click through each one.
Like through part. Yeah. They need to like make TikTok playlists.
Yeah. Yeah. Or he should just post it on a YouTube video. That'd be easier.
Yeah. But it's not as trendy though.
That's true. So that's T-Pain with George's Automotive or something like that. I don't know.
Then let us know your thoughts on the story in a 5-star review.
That's right. Yep. And thanks for listening. I'm Jason.
And I'm Ryan.
And always remember,
winning's winning.